Well, if you were like me, then last night was a little disappointing. Last night was actually the Video Game Awards, and a lot of us were actually expecting something Rockstar related, maybe a little hint or tease about something new Rockstar related. They have a couple of projects working on. It'd have been a great time for them to showcase something new. They were scheduled to be there, like it was on the Video Game Awards website that Rockstar was going to show up. But in the end, yet again, Rockstar disappointed us. They didn't showcase anything new. So all we have for the short-term future is the upcoming GTA Online DLC coming out next Wednesday. And in this video, we're actually going to be talking about that DLC because we got some more new info, especially relating to the garages. So if you want to know everything you can know about this upcoming DLC, well then stay tuned. Now, before we actually get into this new info, I do want to say tomorrow I'm going to be uploading a video where we go over the locations of the upcoming agency that's going to be added to this DLC. This was one of the pictures, I believe, from the trailer, and you can see the window like outside is different from this picture. So this does confirm that these agency locations will be varied. I guess the question now is, well, how many places will there be? But we'll discuss that more tomorrow, and I'll show you guys the locations of where these pictures are taken. But today, this info is coming from Allocator, and according to him, the upcoming new garage space that we actually got to see, we had a sneak peek of it in the trailer, it actually will have 20 slots. We're going to come back to this because it is interesting how it is 20, much like the offices we already have now. And then also there are going to be various upgrades to the agency, and a new vehicle workshop is going to be one of those options. And that's in addition to the armory Rockstar showcased in a couple of the screenshots. Now, going back to the garage, so this was actually the screenshot, the little sequence we got in the trailer of the actual new garage space. It does look great, and I've already explained like the lighting and stuff. Rockstar, I think, did a great job with this, but apparently this is a 20-car garage. And I think this one's going to be actually a little different compared to the office garage, because of course we all know the office garage is multiple layers. You have 7 cars, and I think 6 cars. And while it's great, 20 cars, that's more than the original 10-car garage. It was annoying because you had different layers and stuff. Well, hopefully what we're seeing here is this is just literally a big garage space that's just 20-car slots. No levels, nothing. Hopefully that's the case here, and it's literally just 10 cars on one side and 10 cars on the other. They're all in a line, all in one area, all with great lighting. Because that was another thing with the offices. A couple of levels had different lighting, and it made it annoying sometimes to go look at your cars inside of your garage. But if this one is just going to be one area, one flat area with 20 cars, that's actually, I think, a lot better. Now, as for the other part, so this was the picture where we got to see the armory, one of those upgrades to the agency. I know it's a slightly confusing. I'm thinking that this particular upgrade might work similar to the gun running bunker. Hopefully it's not as like tedious, I guess, but it would be cool to have a new area, maybe with some new upgrades to some of the new weapons. Maybe that's actually where the EMP launcher comes from, and even the stun gun potentially. You buy the armory upgrade, and that's where you can get some more upgrades to other things in your inventory. There's also the vehicle workshop, though, that Fun mentioned and the other guy mentioned. And I'm guessing this is where these armored plates come from. So, and actually in the same little 3 picture thing at the bottom right, we see the Dubashi champion with some armor plating, and a lot of us were like, it looks a little ugly, it's a little weird, like why is this a thing? Well, it actually makes a lot more sense if there is some sort of vehicle or some sort of new vehicle workshop added to the agency. Basically, maybe this might be a way you can add armor to any vehicle, or at least to the new vehicles, to any of the new vehicles. This could be Rockstar's way of somewhat balancing GTA Online. Hopefully, if this is all the case, you add armor to your vehicles, well then it takes, let's say, I don't know, 5 to 10 RPGs or homing missiles before it blows up. that would make the Oppressor Mark II griefers a lot less annoying if we can just throw armor on our vehicles and then sort of be fine and safe with it. In the comments, for sure, let me know your thoughts if you have any other ideas for what the armory and the new vehicle workshop could be. But I think given what we've seen, what I sort of said makes the most sense. But if Rockstar can do some other cool stuff with it, I for sure am all for it. The only other thing that we kind of got a look at, apparently from the last DLC, the Tuners update, there was these buried stashes that was cut. So I'm sure Rockstar will probably bring these back in this next DLC. They'll release them at some point, so we have things around the map to collect more things around the map, in addition to the treasure chest and all the other stuff we can find. But you can see in the game files, that's some of the code: daily buried stash. And then I guess, you collect more, or you collect enough and you get a prize. Apparently there was a metal detector, and this was what it's all for, these buried stashes. So that'll probably make a return in this upcoming DLC as well. But that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be going to figure out where the agency locations will be. Besides that, though, if we find out any more information on this DLC over the next couple of days, I will, of course, make a video to let you guys know. So hit that subscribe button if you are not already. But that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.